Right, so just before Mihoyo did the 2.5, special program, they decided to drip feed Kamisato Ayato. Now, listen, say what you will, I think he looks pretty cool, Some people said he looks pretty good, some say he looks pretty bad. It is what it is, but I was reading the comments of my Yamiko Primogems video, and I got a comment from someone called Dumb Doge. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher your name. I don't know how to describe it, but they asked very politely, can we have an Ayato one too? Because they're excited. So you know what? We're gonna make one for Ayato because I'm sure there is probably quite a lot of people who are saving for Ayato because he's a very special taste, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna make a video describing how many Primogems you can get before his banner comes out. I've made my predictions for when his banner will release in 2.6. I think it's going to be in the second half of the update, but I'll get more into that shortly. So we're going to go through all the primos you can get from events and most other means and see how the minimum amount you can get before he releases. So if you guys enjoyed today's video and you want to support me, you can always feel free to sub because only 3.2% of people who watch my videos are subscribed. My goal on the channel is to try and hit 10k. We're like 1,000 and something out, which, I mean, hey, that's really close. So, I mean, I believe in you guys, right? Massive step up for the channel. I'm really making a push, try and get to 10k soon. And, I can't do it without you guys. So, if you want to support me and help me reach that goal, you can always, you can always feel free, but you don't have to. So, let's get into it. So, I'm going to be doing, a minimum, maximum kind of thing. So, I'm going to be calculating the minimum amount of primos you can get and the maximum. And that's only because everyone has different accounts, everyone's got different builds, and some people might not even play the Spiral Abyss, right? And the Spiral Abyss gives out 600 primos every period, and each update generally has 3 Spiral Abyss periods, meaning you can get a maximum of 1,800 primos from the Abyss every update. But because people have different accounts and different builds, I'm going to factor in a minimum and maximum system into this calculation, just so, people who don't really play the Abyss or don't care for it that much, you can still see how many primos you can get without needing to play the Spiral Abyss. So, let's start off with pre-2.5, because 2.5 is coming out in 10 days from now, and you can get, if you're free to play, 600 primos from the, from just logging in, doing your commissions every day, and welcome players can get 1,500. Which, I mean, hey, that's almost a temple. It's pretty good going for the next 10 days. Now, another thing to mention is that in the mail, we're going to be getting 5 wishes from the... I think it's 5 at least. It's either 3 or 5. I'm going to say it's 5 for the minute. I hope it's right. From the 9th to the 13th in our mail, which will be another 800 Primogems. So, that's pretty good. And as for events... I mean, I've not started my events yet from 2.5, so I'm going to kind of put a maybe. You might not have started them yet, but you'll get 1,000 from the Fleeting Colours in Moonlight event, and 420 from the Tanuki event, I believe, which will be around 1,420 Primogems from the events from now until the end of the update, assuming that you haven't done them yet. And of course, Spiral Abyss, you get 600 max from this period, and Battle Pass, you can get 1,300 Primos. So, if you're a free-to-play player, you've not done your events, and you're playing from now to the end of the end of 2.4, you can get a minimum amount of 2,820 primos, which is 17 wishes. Which, I mean, doesn't look like a lot, but you got to remember this is in 10 days. So 17 wishes in 10 days isn't the worst I've ever seen. But if you manage to 36 star the Abyss, you can get a maximum of 3,420, which is just over 20 wishes. Which again isn't too bad. If you're a welcome player, you can get 3,720 primos from, just minimum, which would be 23 wishes, maximum 4,320, which is 27. And if you're welcome and you buy the Battle Pass, which I know some people do, and I'm going to be assuming that you left off all your rewards to the end because that's a true way to play Genshin. I'm joking. You can get 5,000 primos from now to the end of the update. Assuming that you claim your Battle Pass in your level 50 on the last day of the month, which, I mean, look, if you're watching this video, you probably play Genshin Impact quite often, so you probably do max out the Battle Pass, knowing you guys. And you get a maximum of 5,500 primos if you do the Spiral Abyss fully. But that, this is just a pre-2.5, this is just a warm-up. The main factors we're going to be putting in is post 2.5 because there's a lot to take in here and it's a lot more exciting for players, in terms of primos you can get because, it's not much because it's the end of the update right now. So as soon as 2.5 releases, we're going to get 300 primos for maintenance. That's just a given. We'll also probably get 300 primos for issue fixes, which, let's be honest, there's something breaks every update. It's a given. So you get 600 primos from just downloading the update. Now, free-to-plays can earn 2,520 primos from their daily commissions and logging in every day. And welcome players can earn 6,300 from logging in doing their commissions every day as well, because they get the welcome bonus of 90 on top of it. Now, there are 4 events coming out in the 2.5 update, which is the large Economia event. I forgot what it's called, but it's called. I'm just gonna say it's the large Economia event, which is the large it's like the large event, so it'll be like 1,000 primos. There'll be a drinks event, which will give you 420 probably. Divine Ingenuity, which is like this domain event, which will give you 420, and then the that 2v2 tag team battle event is also coming back, so that's probably another 420. So I'm gonna say roughly you can probably get expect to see around 2,200 primos from all the events in the 2.5 update. Now, of course, the Spiral Abyss will have 3 cycles, which will give you a maximum of 1,800, which will calculate again at the end here. But the month will reset as well during this update, so we'll roll to March. You can get another 5 wishes in your Power and Star Glitter shop, which is another 800 gems worth of pulls. And we'll also get the 2.6 special program, which will give you another 300 gems. Again, not looking too bad here. And the Battle Pass will of course give you another 1,320 if you buy it and max it out during this update. And of course there's other ways we can get primos, but I'm not going to factor them into this calculation because there are web events that Mihoyo sometimes run. The test runs will give you about 60 primos, I believe, because there's going to be 3 5-star characters. And so, therefore, the minimum amount you can get, if you're free to play in version 2.5, so this is not, this is not factoring what we calculated before right now. So this is just assuming that you start on day 1 of 2.5, and you're playing every day. You partake in all the events, you do all the stuff. You can get minimum of 6,480 primos, which is 40.5 wishes from the whole update. Assuming that you do the Spiral Abyss, you can get up to 8,280 primos, which is 51 wishes. So you can increase your wish count by 10, assuming you 36-star the Abyss. But again, I can't 36-star the Abyss. So that's why I don't assume if I can't think everyone can. Of course, if you're a welcome player, you can get a minimum of 10,260 gems, which is 64.1 wishes. And 12,060, 12,060 if you can do the Abyss fully, which is 75. And then Battle Pass, we can just increase that to 11,580, and with a maximum of 13,380, which is 83 wishes, right? So you might be thinking, Fred, that's pretty cool and all, right? Okay, being able to get 40 wishes as a free-to-play, 64 as a welcome, and 72 if you really buy the Battle Pass, that's pretty cool. Now, if we factor that all together with our pre-2.5 calculations, assuming that you haven't, assuming that you didn't do the events, and, well, no, assuming that you did the events, but you didn't spend your primos already on the Ganyu or Zhongli banner, you'll be able to get 9,300 primos at least if you're free to play, which is 58.1 wishes for Ayato, which, 60 wishes, almost, for Ayato, as a free to play, right? You could be close to a 50-50 on that point, because again, I'm assuming you have 0 pity, but you could be close to seeing Ayato, and I think that's pretty cool that, free-to-players are close to getting able to do that. And of course, if you did all the Spiral Abyss stuff, maximum of 73.1. I'm going to be saying maximum a lot this video, I'm really sorry. Welcome players, we can expect to see, from 2.4 and 2.5, 13,000 primos, which is 87.3 wishes, which is, obviously enough to get 1 5-star, and if you do everything else, you can get 102. And then if you buy the Battle Pass, you easily have 16,000 primos in the bank and 103 wishes, which can be increased up to 19,000 primos, which is 118. Now, you might be saying, okay, right, cool, 58 wishes at least pre, 2.6. Now, I think Ayato's going to release in the second half of the update. Now, you might be saying, Fred, why do you think that, right? Now, I've been hard stuck on this Venti, theory since I first conceived it, and I'm just, I've always been thinking, right, when version 2 or 1.4 came out last year, it was around the end of March, and we had the Windbloom event. They brought back Venti for his first ever, for his first and only rerun banner so far. I feel like, and also I looked at the 2.3 thing, right? So assuming that 2.6. It kind of brings back, the Windray stuff, and maybe we might get a new event around Windrise. It would be bold to assume that they probably do Mondstadt reruns first at the first part of the update, since that's when we know that Windbloom kind of happens in the Genshin lore. So I would say that, you know, if that's the case, Ayato will be in the second half of the update, which means we have a bit more time to save. Now, my calculations here would just be to multiply your earnings by 2.5 by 2, because, again, I can't really predict 2.6 if I don't have any information on 2.6 right now, so I'm going to just say that, look, if Ayato's in the second half of the update, like, times your premiums by 2, kind of, so, like assume you'd get roughly another 40 wishes if you're a free-to-play. Like, this is where my math gets a bit funny. And then maybe you might get another, you know, 60 wishes as a welcome player, and then if you're a Battle Pass player, you might get another 72. So I'd say definitely, right, at the end of all of this, assuming that, you know, you want Ayato when he comes out in the second half of the update, you're guaranteed a 5-star if you're a free-to-play, which is very nice. If you're a welcome player, you could, like, in theory, you might be able to get a back-to-back 5-star. You might be close to soft pity on the second one. And if you're a, you know, Battle Pass player, I mean, look, listen, bro. I mean, look, you're basically, you're gonna get both 5 stars. You know, you're gonna get 180 pulls, assuming, you know, you do everything. But another thing you can do as well is just explore the map. My exploration in, like, Inazuma and even Leeway is like 30%. So if you do all your side quests and all that, I read a lot of my comments in the Yamiko video I did. You can get, you know, quite a few thousand premiums from just doing side quests, exploring chests, exploring the world. So if you've not explored the world, I would say it's probably a very good time to do it if you really want Ayato, because he looks kind of fun, you know, from what I've seen in his art. But yeah, let me know down below. Are you guys saving for Ayato? I'm going to consider saving for him if, you know, I don't get Yamiko. I mean, look, that's just how I see it, okay? Yamiko she's kind of a cutie, so I mean, I kind of want her, but listen, right? Good luck to anyone, any Ayato wanters, any Ayato havers, or any Ayato savers out there. You guys are going to get him. Trust me, guys. And I hope you all are going to have a great day out there. Take care, all of you, and I'll see you guys in another video really soon. Have a lovely day, everyone. See ya.